to another episode, Connection, the Heart of Early Childhood podcast. My name's Katrina Gallegos, and I had the opportunity to get to sit down with Misty Hunter and Shara Foster, and I can't wait to find out more about them because they are going to be stepping into the role of being the host of this podcast. So I'm excited for you guys to find out a little bit more about them. So let's bring them on. Welcome, Shara and Misty. How are you guys doing today?
Great. Thanks for having us.
Yep, I'm doing good too. Thank you.
Well, I am just so thrilled that you guys are both here. But as you guys step into this new role of hosting this podcast, I am excited for our listeners kind of to find out a little bit more about you and kind of connect with you guys. And so, my first question, and Shara, I'm going to address this one to you first. Can you share a little bit about your journey and what inspired you to work in early childhood?
Oh boy. So, as far back as I can remember, I've always wanted to be a preschool teacher. I remember when, 6 and 7 years old, lining up my stuffed animals and being their teacher. And my passion has just grown from there. And then when I had my first child, I decided that was when I was going to really work hard at it. So, I started home daycare and I started going to school. And here I am 25 years later, still in school, still working to better myself, but continuing my passion in early childhood.
Oh my goodness. And I love the connection that you just said around that you had like your stuffed animal set up and that you were like teaching them. That is so sweet. So you were always meant to be in education, don't you think, Misty, for her?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. She's phenomenal in all ways.
So, Misty, can you share a little bit about your journey and what inspired you to work in early childhood?
Absolutely. So I see early childhood education as such a powerful window of opportunity. This is the time when kids are most eager and able to learn. Their brains are soaking everything in, and that makes it so important for the whole community around them to rise to the occasion. So I feel that we have this incredible responsibility to help them grow and thrive while their minds are so open and ready. And early childhood is just the cornerstone and the bedrock of the possibilities for the future. And it's really exciting to me.
Yes. And when you say about like the kind of that stone for them and for them to like really grow and change and adapt really is what you're saying. And they could be anything they want to be is what it sounds like. And I agree with that too, Misty. And man, just your passion comes through. And so if you guys haven't had a chance to work with Misty or Shara before or get to listen now to their podcast, now you're going to have the opportunity to continue to listen to them and hear even more about them. So, here's the next question. And Misty, I'm going to start off with you. The podcast is all about connection. What does the word connection mean to you in that context of early childhood?
Yeah, sure. Thanks, Katrina. So, for me, connection is about truth and vulnerability. Having the kind of space where we can be honest, we can lift each other up, gain new learning and clarity. It's also about leaning on each other and sharing both the challenges and the celebrations. So, I feel in early childhood, the idea of connection shows up everywhere. It's in the relationships we build with children. Trust and authentic connection lay the foundation of learning. It's in the partnerships we form with families who are really the child's first teachers, and it's in the broader community that comes together to support children's growth. So, even for teachers themselves, connection means being grounded as well so they can give their best to others. So, I think at the heart of it all, connection is what transforms everyday interactions into moments that shape the future.
Mm, yes, I love that. Connections. It's just so important. And thank you for sharing that. And so, Shara, the podcast is all around connections. So, what does the word connections mean to you in that context of early childhood?
Well, I 100,000% agree with everything Misty said. And just to build on that, really focusing on those quality relationships and interactions with coaches and teachers, and even teachers and students. everything working together to help our students feel safe and secure and knowing they can grow and learn in a safe place.
Yes. And you guys both, like, I think just hit what connection really means too. I agree with both of you. And having that connection is so critical in early childhood. And that's why we're here, right? Is to continue to connect with others. So here's a fun question for both of you guys. And I'm going to start off with Shara for you first. So if you could describe yourself as a childhood book character, who would it be and why?
Okay, I think if I had to pick a character to describe myself as, it would be Miss Honey, the teacher in Matilda. Just because it's something I strive to be kind, caring, nurturing, all of those positive things in my life. So I'm going to go with Miss Honey.
Ooh, that's a great one for you. I definitely see all of those connections. And yes, that's a perfect one for you. Oh my goodness, I love that. So, Misty, what about you? If you could describe yourself as a childhood book character, who would it be and why?
So I think I'd be a lot like, or that I am a lot like Hermione Granger from Harry Potter. I've always been very academic. I love learning, and yes, I'm definitely a bit of a rule follower. Like Hermione, I can be serious and focused, but also light up when I'm around people and get to share ideas. And just a quick little story from when I taught second grade. One of my students' parents told me she asked her son, "What does Miss Hunter want for Christmas? We're going to get her a Christmas gift. What does she want?" And he goes, "I don't know." And she goes, "Well, what does she like?" And he goes, "I don't know. She talks about math and reading a lot." So anyhow, my interests are definitely academic based and rooted in continued learning and that just lifelong pursuit of knowledge.
Oh my goodness. Yes, that is a perfect character for you. And I do see that connection with that learning and growing and continuing to learn. So I really think that that's a perfect character for you, Misty. So that's a good one. Now for myself, everyone, I'm not sure what I would be. I'd have to really think about it. So, hey, listeners, maybe if you have one for me, you'll have to tell me if you see me in person. Or if you get an email from me, maybe you'll message me back and be like, oh, this is the person that you should be, the character you should be. So here is our next question. And I'm going to ask Shara first, but what are you most excited to bring to the podcast as a new co-host? And what conversations are you eager to explore with our listeners?
Well, gosh, if I had to choose one topic I was most excited about exploring, I think it would be something around social emotional learning and just really discussing effective strategies for helping young learners build resilience and learning to manage their emotions. But honestly, I'm just excited about the opportunity to collaborate and learn others' perspectives. So, really, I'm excited about discussing any relevant concerns and hoping we can problem solve some things together.
Ooh, we're so excited for you too to have that piece. Um, I think our listeners are just going to get so much from you coming on as a co-host and Misty coming on as co-host, and then you guys are co-hosting together and really being the host of this podcast moving forward. So I think they're going to get a lot from what you're saying. And so, Misty, what are you most excited about bringing to the podcast as a new co-host, and what conversations are you eager to explore with our listeners?
Yeah, so I love Shara's answer actually. So ditto on what she said. I completely agree. I'm just super excited to bring a genuine curiosity and space for reflection. I love celebrating the good things happening in education, but I'm also not afraid to lean into the hard conversations that teachers and leaders are having every day. So I
Mm.
would say the conversations I'm most eager to explore are the ones that connect us, teachers, families, communities, around supporting children in these critical early years. So I think that it would be dynamic if we could talk about teacher wellness. Caring for teachers directly impacts how we care for kids. I also want to be able to highlight the joy in teaching, the little wins, the stories that keep us going. while digging into big topics, maybe like equity, literacy, and how communities can come together to lift children up. So I think ultimately I'm excited to help create conversations that feel both inspiring and practical so listeners walk away with hope and with ideas they can use.
Ooh, yes. I'm telling you guys, I think together you guys are going to be an excellent co-host team together. And I know I will be listening in and tuning in to you guys. But these will be your new two co-hosts. And once again, if you guys have any topics out there, listeners, or anyone that you're thinking of, please let us know. But we definitely have some great surprises and people that we will be interviewing coming up. So stay tuned, and we hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day and keep doing all the great things out there in this world that you're doing for young children.